Scimar NuPa Renew is a pill taken before each meal. It will be a prescription for people with obesity, diabetes, and related metabolic illnesses. NuPa Renew is designed to stimulate hepatalin production by the liver and to renew the body's nutrient partitioning to its full natural ability. You see, everyone thinks of type 2 diabetes as a chronic illness. That means a long-term problem that grows worse over time. But we've observed that type 2 diabetes is an acute problem, a short-term condition that we can change, not something permanent. My father, Dr. Wayne Lott, discovered a hormone that we named hepatalin. In a healthy body, hepatalin is only produced during the first hour after a meal. The hormone works alongside insulin to process glucose during digestion.
And what caused us to actually found the company was the realization that this is not a chronic problem, this is an acute problem. It only happens after a meal. Wayne loves to say, somebody with diabetes doesn't have a problem fasting. They only have a problem eating. Focusing on just that 90 minutes after the meal when they're digesting and where does the sugar go and where are those nutrients being stored is the answer to solving this epidemic.
My dad didn't create NuPa Renew as a product. He created the chemical formula as a tool in the lab. He needed to test his hypothesis that he could use chemicals to hotwire the nerves in the liver responsible for producing hepatalin. He needed chemicals that would turn the nerves on, others to turn them off. NuPa Renew was simply the turn it on chemical at that point. It wasn't until he saw the results that he understood the impact this would have for the global diabetes epidemic. Let me explain this experiment. Two groups of rats were raised. The first group was the control group, who ate only healthy food with no added sugar in their food or water. The second group was the experiment group that would have the same food but be given optional access to sugar water. This experiment was designed to discover the amount of sugar needed to quickly and completely destroy hepatalin production. A 35% sugar water solution and 9 weeks was all that was needed. The experiment group of rats were given the same diet as the control group and access to 35% sugar water. After just 9 weeks, these rats were not producing any hepatalin, none at all. And 100% of these rats were type 2 diabetic.
In our preclinical studies, we created diabetic rats by giving them sugar, in this case, a good high blast of sugar, 35% solution. At 9 weeks after they've had this diabetic state in existence for that period of time, if we put the components of NuPa Renew in their food during their last meal, I expected maybe it would be a little bit okay, but it snaps it right back up.
That's right. The super sugar addicted rats bounced right back and began producing more than the control group. This happened in 100% of cases. The rats didn't get off the couch, they didn't exercise more, age was not a determinant, and as we said, the food they were eating was the same. We switched on hepatalin production every time, at will, with a single dose of NuPa Renew. So now we're at the stage where the next round of investors are needed. The founders are not looking for an exit or a cash out. Our business is designed to support our scientific team to reach their mission of bringing our science to market. Our science team has worked together for 40 years, and our business team has grown to 30 full-time staff and consultants. Our team made the original discoveries. We've completed 2 clinical trials in the past year. We're launching many more this year and in the future. Our findings have appeared in over 20 peer-reviewed scientific journals. We're currently working with top-tiered international journals to publish our data on the synthetic form of hepatalin that we've been testing in cell culture, proteomics, and preclinical settings. Unlike the many drugs and therapeutics already on the market, ours presents a new understanding of the underlying disease. This new approach and understanding has the potential to end diabetes within the decade. We have products that can change the course of global human health. The world is looking for this change. If this sounds like something you want to be part of, click below to join our mailing list.